Hello everyone, this is Indrajit Kangule and this is the first video session from the first chapter of history, the Nationalism in Europe. Dear students, last year we were dealing with the most significant event of the history of Europe, that is the French Revolution. So we can say that this chapter is the continuation of the syllabus of class 9. So let's make a quick recap from the topic, the French Revolution. The idea of the nationalism first came after the French Revolution in 1789. As you all know that the fortress Bastille was the symbol of oppression in the 18th century France. The major consequence of the French Revolution was that the formation of the constitutional monarchy and abolition of the royal and feudal privileges. Now, look into the impact of the French Revolution. The main aim of the French revolutionaries was to create a sense of collective identity. Therefore, they took series of measures. At first, the revolutionaries referred to France as La Patrie or fatherland, where all people were known as les citoyens or the citizens. They emphasized the notion of a united community who would enjoy equal rights under a constitution. To create a sense of collective identity, a new design of national flag was adopted. The new national flag represented the pride and honor of the free nation. La Marseillaise was adopted as the new national anthem. The martyrs of the French Revolution were commemorated. French was adopted as the common language of France. However, the use of regional dialects were discouraged. The French Revolution impacted on the administration as well. Earlier, the body of active citizens only had the rights to cast their votes in a State General. Now, the State General was renamed as the National Assembly. A centralized administrative system was put in place and it formulated uniform laws for all citizens within its territory. Internal custom duties and dues were abolished and a uniform system of weights and measures was adopted. Dear students, did you know the metric system that we follow today was adopted in 1791 in France? The French Revolution inspired people from different nations to organize movement against autocracy and despotism. When the news of the events in France reached the different cities of Europe, students and other members of the educated middle classes began setting up Jacobin clubs. Their activities and campaigns prepared the way for the French armies which moved into Holland, Belgium, Switzerland and much of Italy in the 1790s. The era after the French Revolution saw the emergence of the greatest dictator the world ever had, Napoleon Bonaparte, the man who believed that impossible is the word only found in the dictionary of fools. The man who was known for his administrative reforms and his control over all Europe. After the French Revolution, indiscipline and turmoil situation prevailed in France. So, Napoleon Bonaparte followed his imperialistic aspiration to re-establish the monarchical order in France. Meanwhile, he introduced several effective administrative changes In 1804, he introduced the Civil Code of Napoleon or Napoleonic Code. As per the Civil Code of Napoleon, it did away all the privileges based on birth, established equality before the law, secured the right to property. The Civil Code of Napoleon was carried to the other parts of Europe that were brought under French control, such as the Dutch Republic, Switzerland, Italy, and Germany. Napoleon simplified administrative divisions, abolished the feudal system, and freed peasants from serfdom and manorial dues. Guild restrictions were removed from towns. Transport and communication systems were improved. Peasants, artisans, workers, and businessmen enjoyed a new-found freedom. So, we can say that Napoleon had no doubt destroyed democracy in France, but in administrative field, he had incorporated revolutionary principles in order to make the whole system more rational and efficient. For these reasons, several European regions welcomed Napoleonic forces as the harbingers of liberty. Later, they realized it was just an eyewash. Higher taxes, censorship on printing, and forced recruitment of the civilian into the French army overshadowed the positive approaches of the Napoleonic reforms. So these reasons led to the downfall of the greatest Napoleon Bonaparte. So students, this is it for today. Give your views and suggestion in the comment box, and please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you and have a nice day.